It is now time for building character. And Tommy, when you talk about dealing with a serious injury on the field, there's nothing worse than having serious health concerns off the field as well.
That's right, Ty, and that's why we wanted to introduce to you a young man from Mount Carmel who has impressively dealt with both.
August 30th, 2016. Mount Carmel is hosting La Costa Canyon and trailing 9-7. Sean Casey drops back and throws a 36-yard touchdown pass that would eventually prove to be the game winner. For the Sun Devils, it meant a big win against their rivals. For the quarterback, it symbolized something much greater.
And when he threw that touchdown pass to TJ, I was crying in the stands. It was such a big deal. And to other people around us, it was just a touchdown pass, but it was so much more to us.
Just a culmination of everything. It was like finally, something good is coming from all that he's been through.
Sean's journey to this moment started 3 years ago, before the start of 8th grade.
So I was diagnosed with Guillain-Barré syndrome, and I didn't really know what it was at first. So your immune system attacks your nerves, so basically you don't have any regular functions, you just can't move.
Within about 2 weeks, he went from just having his feet feel like they were asleep to being completely paralyzed, and he lost the ability to breathe on his own. He was on a ventilator.
Because a lot of doctors would tell me you're gonna be able to walk in a couple years. And so I was like, okay, so walking is not playing football. I'm not gonna be able to play probably.
Sean's goal when he was leaving the hospital was to walk out. He did not want to be wheeled out of the hospital after the 2.5 months. When I saw him take those first steps, I totally cried. My husband cried. It was such a big deal. Out of the hospital.
1 year later, Sean received some more bad news.
So in 9th grade, I got diagnosed with aplastic anemia. So that one is just your bone marrow stops working. So your body won't produce any blood. It won't have red blood cells, platelets, white blood cells. So you kind of just have to be at your house, because if you get sick, then your body won't be able to fight it off.
What made you comfortable talking about it?
Well, I kind of realized that it can help. It's kind of pointless for me to not talk about it, because there's other kids out there who have it who don't know if they're gonna be okay. But if they see someone who's healthy and doing normal stuff, then they'll be able to stay positive.
After overcoming more than what most people do in a lifetime before turning 16, Sean was set to return to football until he suffered another setback. On the first drive of the first game in his sophomore year, Sean broke his collarbone.
The collarbone injury was very minor compared to the other two things that happened, so it wasn't really hard to deal with.
Which leads us to August 30th, 2016, when Sean was unexpectedly thrust into game action.
I was really nervous coming into that. Before that, I hadn't really played well because I wasn't really used to varsity kind of stuff, and then throwing that just made me more comfortable, and this is where I belong, I should be on.
We've seen him all the way up high, and then then we saw him where nobody wants to see their child. Things we go through in our daily life, little things and stuff that happen to us at work or things like that, they're just not that big of a deal. It really made us realize what mattered.